Welcome to Steps and Stories. Today, we are incredibly fortunate to host a remarkable individual whose career journey embodies evolution, insight, and profound commitment. Our guest is Rahul Bansal, the founder and CEO of rtCamp. rtCamp is a large global agency specializing in enterprise grade projects. They are trusted by high profile clients such as Google, Meta, Al Jazeera, and many more. rtCamp stands out for its significant contributions to the open source community. They run an innovative intern program where they take 50-60 college graduates every 6 months, paying them to learn WordPress for 6 months with no obligation to continue working for the company. This popular program receives more than 90,000 applications. This initiative not only develops new talent but also instills in them a deep belief in open source. rtCamp was not always this big or successful. Rahul started it from scratch with some friends, met some extraordinary people along the way, and made rtCamp what it is today. Rahul's career journey showcases how commitment to community can lead to extraordinary success and impact. So come, let's go trace Rahul's journey. So, welcome everyone again to yet another episode of Steps and Stories. And today is a very special episode. I have a co-host with me, Mr. Himanshu Daswani. Himanshu is a dear friend. He's an HR professional, passionate about careers and growth of people. And I would like to warmly welcome Himanshu to Steps and Stories, and maybe do many more episodes today. Right. And as I have already given you introduction to our special guest today, Mr. Rahul Bansal. Rahul is the founder and CEO of rtCamp. And rtCamp has been one of the leading WordPress agencies in the world. It started, like I mentioned in my introduction, it started as a very small company, but now is the global leader in WordPress solutions. And Rahul has been so kind to accept our invitation and share his stories with us. So thank you very much, Rahul.
Yes.
So Rahul, Steps and Stories is all about tracing the journeys of eminent personalities and professionals like you who made it big in your special fields. And we would love to trace your career and learn from you about how you built your company, your career. And I'm sure this is going to be very inspirational for our audience, which is mostly going to be young professionals and students who are just starting their journey.
I hope so. I can invite people.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. So Rahul, first question is about how you started. I'm sure when you started, when you finished your college in 2006, with your masters,
Yeah.
right? And at that time, you were also a blogger, a YouTube blogger. So can you take us back a little bit to those days and tell us about how did this journey from being a young blogger, after your computer engineering, how did this transformation to being an independent freelance developer and then starting rtCamp? What was the story behind all this?
Okay, so I finished my graduation in 2006, but I also did post graduation. So 2 more years I was in academy. But this next, so in the last semester 2006, I came across blogging as a hobby. Like it wasn't anything serious. My first blog was not even technical blog, but I liked the platform, the power it gave to publish and share your work, knowledge, anything you have with the entire world. At that time, that was it, like sharing. Uh, but I'm still figuring out what to do with my life, like professional life. I had some pressure to do something, and in between, I just got a chance to pursue masters, so I just started masters. So I got 2 more years, but in this 2 extra years, I got a lot of time for blogging. And somewhere I came across this Google AdSense program, which started helping make money from blogging. So I found it very fascinating that you can earn uh, for something you like to do anyway. So I was I was writing anyway. I was writing code, sharing with the world. I was big believer in open source. Still, I believe in open source a lot. So I was doing what I would have done like anyway, and now I'm getting paid for it. So it was like a very big push that if you can make money on your own terms, then why not? Like, and then I kind of like drifted away from typical career path. Even in the latter part, like I stopped sitting for campus. Like when like different companies came to our college. Yeah.
Okay. So, very interesting that from blogging, you consider, becoming an independent developer and then starting your own company.
Yeah.
Because during those days, I remember, especially kids who had education in elite schools like COE, the university, they would consider studying abroad or working at an MNC and trying to somehow go to the US or the Europe. So, did that not cross your mind?
It did actually. I still have admission letter from New York University.
Wow.
I almost took that path, but then there was some personal reason
Okay.
which prompted me to stay back in Pune. So I first rejected. So I rejected US option twice in those days. First came from my GRE, so I got good score in GRE. I wanted to do PhD, like I wanted to pursue very high education. I loved academic part of system. Like it's not like some people like a dropout or something. I wasn't dropout or anything. I was a little bit misfit, but I always had good grades. I loved the theory aspect of also what is taught in the schools. So first I rejected this New York admission letter. Then the second time the opportunity knocked me uh, when my corporate internship. So as an intern, I did very good work for the company I was working for, and they not only offered me permanent job in the middle of 2008 global recession, they also wanted me on any terms. So I told them, hey, so they had decided that I was giving GRE, so that we will send you to the US. Uh, you pursue education at our expense. Uh, you do the research at our expense and become our employee. So that was second attempt, but there were like some reason I couldn't go to the outside police, so I just stopped it all, and I had to continue whatever I was doing, like the blogging. But the blogging wasn't as mainstream. So actually, it's still not mainstream. I would say today it has like its peak, and now it's mostly replaced by Instagram and a different kind of content creator. So, but so from moving from blogging and not taking any job means like a lot of financial struggle. And during that period, I started freelancing.
Yeah.
But my blogging helped me, like because of my blogging, people knew what kind of work I used to do. So that blogging gave me exposure, and for me, like getting freelancing projects was much easier, like because people knew who I was, what kind of work I did. So blogging was the first step, freelancing was the second, and then that eventually led to rtCamp.
Fantastic. I'm imagining your journey, like you did your computer engineering first, and then you did your masters, and during your masters you started blog writing.
Yeah.
And then that led to freelancing work because you had the confidence that people would somehow recognize you because of your blogs, and then you started getting work.
Yeah.
People want to do this now, but it's so difficult to put yourself out there in the blogs. You have to be very authentic in your blogs. So how did that courage come from? Because blogging was a novelty during those days in India.
Yep, it was very hard to even explain somewhere. Like if, for like almost a year or two, my primary introduction was a professional blogger because my majority earnings used to come from professional blogging. So it was very hard for me to explain. Like if I go to like say a traditional event, like some relatives wedding, what do you do for a living? I do professional blogging. ये क्या होता है? Professional छोड़ो बोले blogging क्या होता है? Like what is blogging? And then I used to tell like you read newspaper, there's a print media, so there is people read things online and I write things online. Why do they pay you? When people don't pay, like for your newspaper, there are advertisers. For blogging, there are also advertisers. And there used to be long explanation, but then so So it's like I found my audience very early, and so initially it started as a hobby. I found my audience, so I never felt alone in the blogosphere. And most people have that initial loneliness on the open web where they keep writing, but nobody's interacting with their content. And my content used to be like little more, no, not little, like they were completely original. Uh, I used to focus on, so my content was centered around my own work. Like I used to write code, and my articles were around those code or like tips and tricks and hacks, and but they were all original. So it's like anybody googling, I used to rank very high, get me straight out of traffic, and uh, my solutions always used to work. So lots of comments, lots of link sharing. So and then when I started, there was no pressure on me. Pressure came later. Like pressure came towards my end of my education because now I needed to be independent, make a living for myself. Wanted to settle down. So it's like they were like, so. But when I started blogging, I was a very much student then. So no pressure, no family pressure, no pressure to make money. So I think that helped me. If you are directly jumping into blogging and expecting it to make a living on day one, it's going to be tough. Like what can be equivalent of blogging today might be YouTube creator or Instagram creator. So even like on day one or for many months, you cannot expect to earn. So you have to do that transition slowly. It's hard work in the beginning. Yeah, and a lot of waiting for that first comment or that initial subscribers. Um, Figuring out. So how do I put no matter what you do, initially it will be gold unless you and even if you go viral like today there are this social media algorithm. If you're not in those days like in search engines, people don't used to go viral like they go viral on social media today. So that virality is still you cannot count on like your first tweet, first video still may go viral, but there would be a long gap of non-engagement, like or very low engagement. So you have to plan it very well, and then you cannot let every external noise become a feedback loop. Like you need to know that I'm doing right thing, even if nobody is appreciating, I will continue to do it. And just because one random video went viral, you cannot change your complete course. Like that went viral, so I have to keep doing it again and again. Both, like you can be famous, but still you may not need to pursue that path. And you may not be getting success, but you still need to be on the path. So there are like two different things. Uh, that is where like conviction, belief in yourself comes into picture because in the end you you need to be yourself. Content like at the end of the day, you need to be like, yeah, I have done my best. I have given my best. Yeah, you need to have that confidence. It's very intriguing because when I was studying about you a little bit, your childhood was spent in rural Maharashtra. Yeah. Right? In Jalna. Yeah, Manda. So, near Jalna. So how did that confidence to, write blogs which will be read by the whole world come? Like, was it something in the childhood that happened? Any stories over there that you would want our listeners to know? So writing was something I was doing from childhood. Like there were like essay competitions in the school. Before blogging, I written like some like in mainstream newspaper also there were like guest columns or like guest comments or. So I got published many times in Lokmat, Sakar. There was even a youth oriented supplement by Lokmat called Maitra in late 90s. So I used to get featured multiple times before this modern email and digital subscriber. I used to get fan mail literally by post. Oh, yeah, because of my the work I used to put in. Like it wasn't a huge or commercial work, but there were like some reader voice opinion, some kind of those kind of sections used to be in the mainstream media, more like user generated content. In today's world, what we call user generated content, that was offline version of user generated content. So I used to put like, and like it's like you write and you send via post to the newspaper office, and they used to pick it. But I came to Pune to publish my own book. That was my main motivation to come to Pune was to publish my book.
In those days, were you aware of your unique strengths and passion that you had while logging, while towards the end of your college? During those days, were you aware of the strengths that you had?
To be honest, no. But actually, I think values comes before strength. So I was clear about my values, like that originality. Like I cannot be part of echo chamber. I cannot write paid review disguised as editorial. So that was the reason, like I had to start freelancing. My blog was very like for many years the top ranking keyword with my name was Rahul Bansal at Sense Income. And if you still Google it, you might come across articles from that era that people were speculating how much I was making then, and my traffic rank. So there were like some Alexa ranking. There was different public domain information available about huge traffic that my website used to get. So I used to get a lot of traffic. I used to get a lot of offer, like freebies, paid, like either take cash, either take gifts, in kind, whatever you want uh, to publish like this laptop is good, this gadget is good, but I don't know. I'm not using it, so I cannot review it.
So you are in front of people with label bars.
Yeah. Yeah. So every generation has their way of getting influence. So there will be always influencer. The mediums keep changing, like so. It's like, but then it's up to you. Like I don't need that money. I don't want that money. I want, of course, I wanted money because there was a pressure on me. So once I graduated, I quit the post internship. I quit, so not quit, I technically first graduated. So the government stipend stopped. So from three income, I suddenly become single income, plus blogging income, which was quite less. And I had like 1 year goal to get settled, financially stable, to pursue something else. So it's like I had to find way to make a decent money, and then it was very hard in those moments to tempt to those offers. That's why I said like your values come before strength. So even if I could did some paid, everybody was doing in blogosphere. So blogging, there were like used to be blogging conferences where big brands like the phone or gadgets brand used to pursue you. I used to get press pass to at any event, and they used to pamper us like anything. But then I don't know, yeah, like I don't want to do this. Like I will figure it out, and that's when I started freelancing because I realized, and that is what I told like earlier that um, the returns comes much later in any kind of creative work. So I would put blogging as a creative field rather than technical field. Technology was the topic I was writing, but the medium was creative. So it takes time to gather that momentum and things like that. And then another thing, I did a risk assessment at that time. And I realized that I was too dependent on one company called Google. They were sending me traffic on one side, and they were sending me advertisers on the other side. So my demand and supply both channel are in the hand of one company. What if tomorrow they change their algorithm? I thought I need to diversify. I cannot depend on one company to build my life around.
Any of those values that you continued when you started articling?
Definitely. So the originality was there, like authentic. So rtCamp also started as a blog network first, like because it was a so rtCamp's early years, majority of its revenue was on my blogging income. The freelancing practice was just started picking up. So rtCamp had more writer on payroll than developers on payroll for first 2 3 years at least. In fact, there was a designations like editor, writer, technical writer, content writer, and then there were like few engineers, designers. So like majority of it was a blog network. But then, so the thing is like values are not related to blogging, freelancing, or programming. They are your yours. Like they're irrespective yours, even if you don't win a particular work. Like so, if you want to be original, like let me put this example. You're starting a restaurant. So that value will make sure that you're not copying somebody else's menu and selling it as yours, or in the name of inspiration, you are just like uh, picking somebody else's recipe and adding like 2 cents of yours and making it, "Hey, this is our authentic food." So when you use authentic, you know that you are authentic. Like you feel it here. Like you can lie to others, but you cannot lie to yourself. That's like the checks and balances we had. Like so, so in when we become like this agency doing client work, the same values act as a filter. Like we even codified into them something we call as a good work, good people. So it's like mm, uh, again, there were years when we had revenue pressure. The value system helped us pick the client. You cannot just hire us by throwing money. We need to like you as a client. It's like we need to be proud of you. So legally, it's your call. If you want us to put us under ADA, you don't want us to talk about us for whatever reason, we respect that. But we should be proud of associating with you. If you're doing some shady activities, if your business is something we are not proud of, the way you make money is something we don't like to do ourselves. We don't. If you don't want to be a customer, then we don't want to be a vendor as well. So it's like so there was a lot of filters in agency. Also, we did like so. For example, there used to be a project like I need clone of this website. It's like is getting inspired in design is okay. I like these 3 designs and I want something based on those. But if you want total rip off, no. If you want like there was another trend when we started agency that building these ghost websites, contents in a website, like creating lots of content in like pages, artificially generated before AI. Just copying lots of data from different news sites and stuffing keyword and generating articles. And I don't know why Google used to rank it. And it lasted for a while. But there was even, I think, something robot plugin, something which used to you just used to configure like I need 10 articles per day, this keyword. And now those people using those that kind of technology also needed engineers to stand little bit different among the scammers.
Yeah.
So scammers also needed developers. So we never do those projects like
So a lot of these things happen in the name of SEO.
SEO. Yeah, yeah. But then Google eventually caught up. Those companies vanish. Those technologies vanish. And that's the thing. Like because if you're riding a trend, then it is going to be short lived. Like you need to build something sustainable.
So rtCamp started in 2009. Not long after you completed education and your internship. So was it a natural progression, entrepreneurship, or was it something? So you also mentioned that you wanted to settle down. So was that what led to rtCamp, or was there a plan always along the way?
So so it's like how to put like so that's another thing that I said or authentic value. So RTF technically started in 2008. Like the domain, if you look at the RTF domain registration happened almost a year before. We filed paperwork in 2008. Initially, it got rejected because I had this vision, which the officer felt like more like an NGO. This is like go and register as a society non-profit. This is not a we build company. And so my first application to register RTCAM got rejected, which is very rare in India because nobody cares, nobody gives shit like what are you doing with your business? The way it's headache. Yeah, so that was a little surprise. So it's like it was like I want to build like an employee-centric company which is not driven by profit and blah blah blah. It was more of a like it sounded a lot like non-profit because goal was not to make profit. In fact, I was from blogging to freelancing. My freelancing picked up very fast. By the way, I made amazing money in my first 2 months of freelance.
Okay.
Yeah, so, to the point that and at the same time, so this is 2008. I graduated in 2008. I think June first trip was something. So 31st May was my last day in Tipco. I didn't do freelancing when I was Tipco. Technically, I think I was a contractor there. I haven't read my contract, but I just felt it would be wrong if I do any other commercial work. So I waited my last day at Tripur to finish, and I made myself available only after 1st June. Because that is another part of value system. Like I didn't know moonlighting was legal or whether I could do it or not, but I said no. Tipco is paying me. I cannot take any other project. So any inquiries to come, I said no, I will be available only after June when I quit Tipco. And I had no idea whether and my work, whatever I used to do as a freelancer, not even remotely related to Tipco. The people were very nice in Tipco. If I would have asked them, they might have said, go and do whatever you want. And I think now, as an entrepreneur, I think I was not even technically employee of Tipco. I was just a contractor. Because now I know because they used to deduct 10% TDS. That's that I did more contractor. So that's like so that's like so June I started. Uh, June, like first few projects were tough. By July I had a recurring client. The people I worked with in June, like they wanted to hire me again. Big project, like first project $5, $50, $200, $300. I think in August I filed for rtCamp registration. The domain was already there. There was a website and domain before, and the application got rejected initially. Then I went through some personally like some bad patch, so I was out of focus for a few months. But then my friend was CA. Now he's a CA. At that time, his father was CA. He took that application on himself. I said like, don't get involved. We will get your company registered. So they filed it in Mumbai, even though I used to live in Pune, and got RTCam registered somehow. I don't know what they write, what they wrote, what description they wrote. I had no idea. I just signed, uh, and it got registered. So that's why the RTCam started in 2009, but it was there. And in that initial that 6 month, like June to this 9 months, technically from June to March, I did freelancing. Uh, there were people I collaborated with on projects. We even tried to. So RTK was not destined to be agency from day one. It was just an idea, like let's build a place where employees would love to be part of. Like so, so I so my survey was like how people hate companies. So that was my curiosity, like why people hate companies, like why companies can't be loved. What kind of organization you need to build that people would love to be part of, or like I Hate Monday song shouldn't be the part of anybody's life. Like they should look forward to Monday. They should work with colleagues that are so nice or so inspiring. They should hang out with them on weekends. So it's like, so that was my whole motivation to start RTCamp. What RTCamp will do, I had no idea. Okay. I just wanted to build a cool place. It's like more like a cafe. And then we'll figure out what's on the menu. So then blogging was I was already doing blogging. I was doing freelancing. I moved my freelancing client to become RTCamp client. And in between, there were other people who were pursuing me to be a startup co-founder. So I become as an RTCamper. So it's like, so there were like those VC pitches didn't land. None of them, but we did that part also. And but then this 2008 recession started. Everywhere job loss, people were getting fired. 2008 recession was very brutal. When people say we are in recession, it doesn't feel like anything. When users who were part of 2008 recession. So, and then I had like many friends without jobs. So I just wrote on Yahoo Groups. There was Yahoo Groups and a mailing list kind of thing that my company got registered. I have more work than I can take. Why you find job? If you like to be part, be here. No pressure, no employment bond. Like you can come anytime. Still keep looking for another job. The day you get it, go. So why you get it? Like highly better, like learn something, make some money. And that's how like then initial hiring of RTCam happened. Like that it was like more of my 4 college friends. Okay. And then 2 more friends of friends. Like us, everybody was friends then.
Great. So from timeline right now, from internship to freelancing, or freelancing in internship.
No, internship came before. So blogging and internship happened together because so blogging was anyway very different activity. So blogging I was doing from 2006. Freelancing I did in Tipco for 1 year, 2007-8. The day freelancing ended, next day I put up myself on this website called Script Plans or Elance, whatever. No, it was Script Plans then. I don't know that whether it exists or not. Any marketplace would do. And but the good thing I had work in public domain like code and stuff. So my profile, I was able to put up like I've done this work. I am the person behind this daily workshop. My site name is daily workshop. I blogged same. Yeah, so
So from freelancing to internship and then very article.
Yeah, yeah.
So lot of quick progression. So what was the catalyst over there that made you go to becoming under
when I was in college, like I never thought I would be a businessman or entrepreneur of any kind. I was purely academic. I wanted to pursue research, do PhD, and it's like Dr. Rahul Bansal. That was one of the aspiration I had. I even had like my thesis topic ready. Uh, and I still think only it's something I was wanted to do then. But then, for some personal reason, I said like uh, I had to earn a living and settle down and get going. So it's like, so that pressure pushed me to freelancing first because blogging would have been a very long journey and the clock was ticking. I had to uh, get things rolling for me. But then freelancing kicked off very fast. And then, as I mentioned, so rtCamp was not created with any Excel sheet or any market position, any research, any very like it was just a domain name I had and a north star in my mind that we want to build. Someday I will build a community, not company. And that probably is the reason my initial RSA application got rejected because I never felt like I was building a company. It was more like a WhatsApp group kind of emotion, like, "Arey chalo, milte, let's go do together, have fun." Most of the time, like we used to drink at RT camp, party at RT camp, super unprofessional in by today's world or standard. And we used to work, we used to deliver amazing work in early days. And then it's like the things started adding so it's like our energy attracted other people and more people joined. Then we had to take a space. So before I realized I am entrepreneur, I want to be something. I became one. Like I realized much later. I think in August 2009 when RTCAM's first office opened, for formally open, that day I realized, oh, there is a payroll pressure now. Oh, now you cannot back out because before that everything was happening at my home. So if nobody comes, no problem. I still have a blogging and freelancing going on. First time, first time we had like the friend list got finished. Now you cannot email to your college group anymore, and more people will join because जितने join कर रहे थे कर दिए. Like so, it's like college school is over. Now you have to hire strangers. You have to interview people you know nothing about. So that was very different feeling. Like so, it's like, and then at that moment, I felt like okay, now we are becoming something like a businessman or entrepreneur. It actually freaked me out initially, like because uh, it was something I signed up for, and suddenly I realized the all pressure on me because no matter how much I wanted to make it like round table or equal, suddenly I realized if anybody's salary doesn't get paid on time, it's all you.
Yeah. But very heartening journey so far. Is there also story behind the name Artica?
So there are two parts. So it's a complete, it's the same abbreviation. I would say it's a round table camp.
Okay.
So a round table comes from this King Arthur's round table,
Okay.
where everybody who sits around is equal, and that I believe like everybody should have a voice. People should be able to like express their opinion, irrespective of their like designation or hierarchy. And anybody should be able to question anybody. So it's like a so questioning is not arrogance. I believe it's your way of holding each other accountable. And so that was the like round table part of it. The camp came from bar camp.
Okay.
So bar camp was a unconference. So it's a conference, but it's called unconference. And bar camp was inspired by a movie called Fight Club.
Oh yes.
Yes. And Fight Club was my favorite movie. Yeah. Still favorite. So it's like, and in fact, from Fight Club, we took that if it is your first day at RT camp, you have to speak, sing, or do whatever. So it was nothing short of bragging in RT camp if it's day one. In early days, like people will troll you. It's like if it is day one, you have to talk to everybody. You cannot be like sitting in corner, and your first day will be memorable. And when we were small, like now it's not. So many things like get lost when at certain scale, but it still be a remote now. Uh, like that kind of banter cannot happen on Zoom, but that need to be in person. So so that round table camp was the original name, but it was become too long. SEO. So like we wanted small domain.
Okay.
And then rtCamp was a non-existent word, so we thought like it will rank faster whatever we do with rtCamp. But it was a really bad choice. If I can go back, I will not name my company something so weird, like
Okay.
because most people couldn't pronounce it right. Some said art camp, rat camp, ratcom, different kind of so many spelling mistakes. Anytime like if I have to tell my name, somebody company name over the phone, I say, hey, can I email you or WhatsApp you? Because you're going to write get it wrong. Like you won't in writing you're going to get it wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody they will put spaces, R space, T space camp. So it's like
Lots of those problems. But what is very inspiring for me is that how your value system stayed consistent and in your personal work as well as in the corporate career form. But when everybody starts a corporate startup, right, there's always so many roadblocks or challenges. At least that's what we hear. Did you also face those kind of challenges in the early days of RTM?
a lot. In fact, until 2016, we had tough time. Like we were barely profitable. Uh, there were times like I borrowed money from people to like build. Uh, so first 7 years were brutal. Like first year was good. My freelancing and blogging income was big, but as the RTCamp started becoming bigger, the revenue per employee didn't catch up as fast as. And uh, as I mentioned, like we had no plan, no idea. So we did products, we did agent, a lot of figuring out by mistakes, and those mistakes had real cost. And until 2016, so it's like by 2016, I burned out so much that I kind of put myself to a deadline. Like if, but I still remember I was like drinking with a friend on 31st EU 2015. And I said like, if I don't turn this company around in 12 months, I am going to like call it a day. And in July, like we managed to finally crack something that changed our destiny. So like 6 years, almost 7 years, like super frustration. But then I was not feeling bad. Like 7 years of my life will go down the drain. So there was so we were almost went bankrupt. Like so it's like there was a point I actually asked somebody to buy rtCamp, some asset something, and so I wanted some 55 lakh as a money for all the assets. And they were ready to give some 40 or 50 lakh. 5 lakh shortfall was there. And where the people, बचे में पास कहाँ से लाऊंगा? And that 55 lakh I only wanted because RTCam was, I think at that time, some reserve something. So I needed 55 lakh to buy everybody's notice period out. So that was my last act. I didn't want to say everybody go home, we are bankrupt. I want to say this is your 2 months. So that was standard time, 2 months no experience in RTCam. So I did the math, like this is everybody's notice period, buy what it would cost me. And I wanted to buy everybody's notice period and shut down the company. I couldn't buy it because I was 5 lakh short on that. So it was like that low. I sometimes wonder like if the other person would have paid 5 lakh more, I might have shut down the shop that day itself.
So whatever happens for the good. Yeah, very scary. The part that you're mentioning. But weren't there some green shoots on the way? Like I read somewhere that you were mentioning that your first corporate client.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to know that story because you mentioned somewhere that you were almost frustrated.
Yeah.
When the first corporate client kind of approached you and you were bidding for that project. Can you tell us the story and how did it happen? I think it was quite early in the RTCamp.
The credit for this goes to RTCam's roundtable structure.
Okay.
And I still like tell people when people join RTCamp that you're not working for me. You're not even working for RTCamp. this is you, your life, and your destiny. This is your journey. rtCamp is just a station. Uh, how much time your train stops here can be different. Like some people will stay here for few years, maybe decade or two, or maybe lifetime. That's not an expectation. That's not a goal. So the goal of your life is to do whatever you think as a good work, and treat rtCamp as just like a medium, not the destination. So with that thinking, we always attracted good talent, and we. So sometimes I really wonder, like rtCamp was very small and very like obscure like company in the beginning, no name, nothing. Like I don't know how these people found us. There was this guy like he's in Pune, Gajanan Sapate. We should have in podcast someday. Social jams. He was on marketing at 10. Too overqualified now. I look back. I don't know why he joined rtCamp and how he ended up there. Uh, uh, but we hired him. He joined us, and that's the round table part. Like he, without asking me or even discussing, he did put rtCamp on LinkedIn and did amazing marketing work. So somebody started looking for a top WordPress agency on LinkedIn, and I personally didn't like LinkedIn. I still don't like LinkedIn. So there's no way I could ever do anything on LinkedIn. But that client found something Gajanan has created for rtCamp as an rtCamp marketing, and that's how they approached us. And then they started asking us like typically these enterprise questions. I was like, I was still engineer. I was like, काम क्या करना है बताओ? Why am I investing? There are these compliances. Something like so. Like, do you have what we call that thumb scanner on the biometric attendance system? So many compliances, so many. And I was not getting it. Like the WordPress GPL is going to be on a server. Why it's so much time? And we're not putting your server. We're not hosting your server in our office. No, we have data protection mechanism and all. So that initial conversation frustrated me too much that I just wanted to run away. So but like I thought as a courtesy, I felt like I didn't want to say bad thing, but I just wanted him to go away. So he initial proposal we put absurd amount as a quote and just shipped it and assume अभी वापस नहीं आएंगे. They came back. Awesome. And then they came back. So then I don't remember the exact name of the person. Somebody they called some of sensors like my discomfort handling there. I said like that's why you charge high to the enterprises. That's like this is the large enterprise you're dealing with, and this is a very big company. Very good learning experience for them. Very good people. My irritation came from my different upbringing, I would say, in the professional world. Like, I was dealing with always solopreneurs, like indie business. Coming from blogging, my freelancing clients were mostly bloggers. Initial day, in early days, most clients were bloggers. And suddenly, I have a public listed company knocking at my door. So that's like too much of a gap. The number of people on their call or like compliance and all, like those people I was on a total client base. So like so people getting involved for one website, I felt ridiculous. Like क्यों चाहिए इतने लोग? And then so initially it took time for me to appreciate. And now I appreciate when the large enterprise is our main business. I appreciate and I also understand why enterprise ends are paying more for something like a website you might get for $50. Why they end up paying 5,000, 50,000, even 5 million for some projects. Like even our large government websites are very expensive. Those privacy laws, everything. Nobody is going to sue Devil's Workshop founder for accidentally leaking his mailing list. But that's not same for Google. But then this rtCamp culture kind of pulled that client. I would have never went on LinkedIn and get it on marketing stuff there. Whatever I don't even know till that what they should put in on LinkedIn, whether he created a page or post or I had no idea. But then that client came. They paid well, and they paid not only well. They taught us uh, like um, like many things they taught us, and this stage then came the renewal year after year, and they remained our client until they got acquired by another public listed company. So, and then we thought now this is the end. Um, so, but it didn't end there. Like the new publicly acquired company also become our client. There is that key, like how long these large accounts can, the lifetime revenue these large accounts can give you. So as I said, like nothing was planned for RTCamp, no market research, no Excel sheet or ever how we building RTCamp. Everything was happened like just by destiny, and it still does that way. Like the most recent example. So this is like super recent. In June, I came from Europe, look into accounting data. Jan, Feb, March, April, May. 5 months straight up loss. After many profitable years like that streak that started in 2016 to first time. So, so agency business, especially which works with large enterprises, revenue is non-linear. Uh, it's like your salaries are monthly, but project milestones. So sometimes it happens that 1 month goes down negative, another month catches up. And at the year level, we were always profitable. Year level, we were never in loss. And from 16. But this 1 month up and down, chalta hai. 5 months straight up loss, we saw first time. Immediately, alert went up. This IT session got talk. Everybody's like, कि all my consultant, mentors, everybody, you have to downsize. We had like 40% people on bench. Too big bench for like, we are still like mid-level startup, I would say. 250 is not like very big in India, especially for IT consulting. Too much pressure. And I just said, no, we're not going to do that. Logic, zero. We have money, we have savings, we can all eat. So let's say, if you fire for some, so there was like number like 40 people you should lay off, and we should come under 200, like some 235, some 190 something. एक बार आ जाते हैं, and देखते फिर क्या करना है. नहीं यार, like every RT camper is like a diamond. हम तराशते हैं. We don't hire people. We go to colleges. We have an insane long cycle. ढूंढने से भी नहीं मिलते लोग यार. It's like we go to this like 6 months of training. उससे पहले like we have this long hiring process, and like it's like इतना मेहनत करके इतना इनको लाए, and we cannot just let go. And for what? We are in losses. For 5 months we lost money. It was like almost $500,000 hole in our balance sheet. But like we have a lot bigger cash reserve, and if we fire them, probably we will. So if like let's assume things are not going to turn, AI will lead us, and this is a doomsday. सब कुछ यहाँ से खत्म होने वाला है. So अभी होता है. So 190 people will survive say 3 years with that reserve, and 240 people might survive like 2 years. Infinite तो नहीं चलेगा. So we have to figure out like how to handle the crisis. The number of difference headcount is not going to make us like infallible. Like दोनों केस में, if you are destined to doom, 2 साल या 3 साल, 1 साल का difference. So it's like, nah, I'm not going to fight. But I posted because there was revenue pressure, numbers, everything was so, it just chatter on the floor. So I posted our Slack. Yes, first transparency. We are in losses for 5 months. Then the most important thing, but there will be problem. And then there was a long message like explaining microeconomics and all those detailing for the QA. The TLDR was we are in losses, but there won't be any layoff. And then I don't know how it works, destiny or karma. Yesterday, the reason I posted it yesterday, you have posted message. So 6 months also we went in loss because I posted this message in June also went in loss. July we back in profit. So 6 months streak in loss, and then July we back in profit. And the same transparency I went everywhere to with other partners also. So there was a partner from another industry. They wanted to do a joint venture with rtCamp. So on the negotiation table, I kind of backtracked. But I just wanted to be honest. I didn't want to say you are giving me bad deal or your idea kharab hai nahi. Sir, this point we started discussing, and in between now, our financial health has been changed. Your idea is still good, but I think we should wait for a year to invest further in any new product or any new alliances. And I literally showed them this Slack message, internal stuff, and 5 months loss making, month on month report. I said, I'm sorry for wasting your time. अरे रुको यार, so if you get an agency work, uh, that you can take that, right? Yes, sir. Well, that's our bread and butter. Your people who took agency work, but you don't want to invest in product. And they say, like, you can hire me as your vendor. I will build your product. Okay. I don't need partnership. I don't need profit sharing. Or wait for a year. Let me turn on the things. रुको यार. He literally gave us back-to-back C-directors. Big boy. And actively like pursued those partnerships and helping us grow. Probably one person to start this Monday. So that's the power of transparency, honesty comes in. I would just to walk out from the table to serve to I said like this is a bad idea. I don't want to put into these or something. Why? Like idea bad or doesn't matter. Achho. I cannot invest. खाली जगह कोई भाई. So
This is so rare now. You just mentioned your belief in people. You call all each of your employees a diamond. Really inspire you.
I strongly believe that each of my employees is a diamond.
I have so many follow-up questions, but before we end the first part of this podcast, I would like to ask you one, which is now with this whole AI disruption that is happening in the world, how is rtCamp responding? How you have strategies already made? How do you think this is going to impact you as a person, rtCamp as a company, and what are your thoughts about it?
So impact is already there. That initial streak of losses, I won't say happened because of AI, but then how do you put like this? So AI has made it difficult to manage expectation. So as I always put, every business or every relationship, not just business, is basically an expectation management. An expectation change, you have to buckle or you lose or you risk losing that relationship or that client. Or so this AI has put a lot of strain. Expectations are changing a lot, and for most part, those changes are intangible or in many cases absurd. Like the thing is this. So this is this cycle. Like there's a AI. So first, I do believe AI has value, but more importantly, even before that, the all hype or everything that's surrounding AI today is the generative AI. When we talk AI, AI has been around for a very long time, like clustering algorithm or like the forecasting algorithm. A lot of AI was in use, was there. Suddenly, this Gen AI is what everybody talking. It's like calling toothpaste to Colgate. It's like AI is like it's not with the Gen AI. Or Google it or it's like search. So when people say AI, and the Gen AI they think like can replace human. I always feel that it can augment human, not replace. It's like so many times that post goes on viral when somebody posts that calculator didn't replace accountant. Same thing there. AI made people productive. Personally, I am big beneficiary of AI. I do a lot of work using AI tools. I have paid subscriptions of many AI tools. And I'm very happy. I'm super happy as a Gen AI customer or consumer. My team is also using AI. But then I don't think it can replace people. It can reduce some jobs. Uh, so let me put this way. Say that 10 people doing on something like say customer support. And because of AI, the 8 of them will be able to do the work of 10. So those 8 will replace 2 people, not the AI itself. So it's like if you're thinking AI with AI, you can have 0 people in customer support. That's not going to happen. How AI will replace those people is by reducing time to find solution, uh, time to do research, like um, maybe you do a lot of podcasts, so in you might be using AI already. Yeah. So it's like in ideal world, you would have to do googling, then lots of links, then putting notes, किस पे क्या पढ़ा, and then collaborating, and then uh, so much work. Now you ask about a person or something, and it gives you very good starting point. You still have pressure, or like those who understand AI can hallucinate कि verify तो करना है एक बार. So it's like, but still overall time gets saved. So that time saving means less people can do more work. So number of people required to do the same job will shrink. But it is shrinking very slowly, and in some places shrinking, maybe not every place. But then this 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 gain, protein, whatever is sold by AI startup is very high point. Then there are consulting companies, the bigger one, which kind of guide is large enterprises like AI should randomly like 40% आपका workforce कम हो. Your cost of something should go by down 30% out of the blue, and then that puts pressure on vendors. Like that kind of create like a we saw that report by some well-reputed firm that AI should bring this. Oh, only okay. So if they say don't use AI, you won't answer. So it's like we need to use AI. AI has some value, but it's not like overnight is going to replace people. It will definitely reduce either people, or you can get either you can get more work done from the 10 people, or you can have 8 people doing 10 people's work. But it's I don't think we are anywhere near where we can say 0 people are needed. So, like everything is there, what we will do, and it's like so some changes are overhyped. It's more like there are companies who benefit from this side, so they kind of keep hyping this.
We want to live the sentiment on the market something. Vested interest.
Yeah, vested interest. Yeah.
So on that positive note, I think we can take a break to the first part of this podcast. So in the second part, we're going to talk a lot more with Rahul about his North Star, his passions, and what he really wants to further with his own life, his own career, and we will share his journey in the future. So thank you so much, Rahul, for being a part of this podcast.
Thanks for